50 years ago, there was a big match here, American guy against the Soviet guy, and it happened to turn out that the American guy won again.
Yeah, I thought about that a little bit last night. The fact that the match was held here in 1972 between Fischer and Spassky, and then again, Jan obviously representing Russia, you know, what used to be the Soviet Union, and of course I'm from America. So I thought about it. I mean, I guess it's kind of fitting. I guess there's some irony. You know, the gods at least seem to have a sense of humor, and yeah, it seemed to work out the same way as it did half a century ago.
Black was flat out better. He wasn't even down on time, and then all of a sudden, Hikaru's ability to build up his piece activity, the way that Hikaru punished him, the way that he built up his advantage and then converted his extra exchange, eliminating all possible counterplay, that was exquisite, and that is what we have come to expect from Hikaru Nakamura in the last couple of years.
When all is said and done, Hikaru Nakamura stands atop of the world in Fischer Random.
Now we have to take care of the next years.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, now I go play another chess tournament, just tournament after tournament, and just move on.
Hi,
going,
hello
guys?
there.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations, Hikaru. So your first World Chess Championship title, how does that feel?
I mean, it feels good, but obviously if I hadn't been a complete moron in the second game, I mean, this could have been like a great smooth victory. Everything could have been nice. I could have relaxed, had a nice recap like 2 hours ago. But, you know, I had to be an idiot and draw that second game. And yeah, it was obviously very, very tricky playing an Armageddon in this final game. You know, I looked for all of 5 seconds with Wesley before the game. We thought that this whole F5 thing, I could just take on E5, take on F5 and be up a pawn or some tactic. And, you know, we only looked at it for all of 5 seconds. We were completely wrong. And I mean, I definitely should not have won the Armageddon game. But, you know, Jan got a little bit careless in the middle game. I got this pawn to D6. There were, you know, my knights were kind of jumping a little bit. And yeah, it ended up working out.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
did
mean,
you always
made it
feel?
close.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Anmaya.
Sorry.
Oh, so I was just gonna say, did you always feel confident in the Armageddon game that with all your experience, all your years of experience in flagging, that you would manage to win on time in the end?
Well, I mean, first things first, I think the time control is questionable because if you think about all the Armageddons that exist currently with FIDE, there's always an increment at some move number. Usually I think it's move 60 where you get like a 2-second increment or something, but it's not pure where it's straightforward with no increment at all. So that definitely made a difference for me when I bid 14 minutes. I think if there was going to be an increment like move 40, I probably would have bid like 12 and a half or something. But because there's no increment, it's just straight up 15 minutes and you flag somebody, I didn't bid really low. And it worked out because, I mean, Jan, at a certain point, I just started playing moves and Jan had to use more and more time. And then it all just kind of fell apart for him.
Right, and I just wanted to ask you, so in the RCC, Jan bid the maximum amount of time. Was that also the reason why you bid 14? And maybe you were trying to catch him in case he would bid 15 again?
Well, I mean, this was also a little bit sketchy because, like, I bid 13.59, and then I was told that you can only bid even numbers. So, like, I changed to 14, which was a little bit weird, to be honest.
That's kind of silly because I feel like the extra seconds is part of the deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, it was a little bit suspicious the whole like the whole pre-match bidding system. Because like if you can only bid minutes, then I mean it kind of takes the fun out of it, and what really is the point. But you know, at any rate, I was surprised that Jan bid as low as he did. I thought he was going to bid higher, to be honest. I thought he was going to bid like around 14 as well. I simply thought that with no increment, I could maybe spot up to 90 seconds. I might have been willing to bid 13.30, honestly, but you know, in the end, I ended up bidding 13.59, which of course became 14, and I was surprised. But you know, at the end of the day, I have played far too much blitz in my life, and I think it paid dividends today.
Yeah, so I was actually wondering, as the Fischer Runner World Champion right now, how do you feel about this format? Would you rather have this Chess 960 tournament be classical, or do you like this rapid format more?
Oh, I mean, I think everybody wanted the games to be slower. I think we all thought 25 minutes with no increment was just too fast. So I think, first of all, I think it probably should be a little bit slower. But then beyond that, I mean, there's some questions because, you know, Fedosey, for example, I was talking to him before the final game, and he was saying how crazy it is that somebody who lost like 7 games has a chance to become the Fischer Random World Champion. So, I mean, I don't know what the best format is, but I'm not in a position to really like make those decisions. So I'll let everybody else figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, I thought
that makes
the
perfect
time
sense.
control was a nice mix between like classical and rapid, right? I mean, with also the time control in the middle of the game, and it's still being a bit faster paced. So I mean, we had a lot of fun watching.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
the
mean-
viewers were the real winners.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because also like, I have to say one of the things probably that I'm proudest of since I sort of started playing chess again, and I'm not just solely a streamer, is that my ability to sort of like bounce back from bad games, like in the candidates, was definitely on display. But even today, like in the fourth game, obviously I could have played on rather than taking the draw. But it's very easy in Fischer Random after a loss to just like tilt and completely lose your mind. Like Noterbeck did that against me yesterday after he lost the first game. And so I was very proud that after the third game, I was able to sort of keep my head together in that fourth game. And sure, I could have played on, but like I didn't just like lose out of the opening, which from my experience, it seems very easy to do that in the match format when you lose a game. So yeah, it's I'm just glad that I played well throughout, and I mean obviously it was unexpected, but at the end of the day, it just goes to show that you can not focus on chess and still be a world champion.
Okay, that's awesome. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I just wanted to ask you, so you won the first game, that was obviously great. Then the second game, you really regretted not playing on at the end, right? You were saying.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I didn't see Rookie 8. That was the problem. So, like, I wasn't sure. Like, again, it was a typical Jan game. Like, I mean, I played Jan a million times over the years, whereas, objectively, Jan was lost. I knew that he was losing, but there's a lot of counterplay because my king is very weak on H1. And so it's like, I knew that if I had like an hour, I would win the game like 95% of the time. But when you only have a couple of minutes left and his moves are easier than yours, it becomes tricky. And so, like, the thing is, right when I thought I had saved it with knight f6, that's when I relaxed. And so I didn't use the time to think about Rookie 8. I just only thought about knight takes d5. And I forgot that he had this rook c1. And then I think as soon as he played rook c1, I realized, but it happens.
Well, knight takes d5 was actually the correct move.
Mm-hmm.
Because after rook e8, he can still do that rook c1, rook c2 thing.
Wait, so knight d5, rook c1, king f2? I mean, I know I was told it was winning, but I didn't look at it. So I don't know. Why was it winning?
Well, so wait. So what do you want to do? So you want to go rook e8 and then take, and in case of takes, yeah, queen e4. I mean, I guess maybe there might be a
so wait,
cleaner
you're saying
way.
I don't play rook e8?
Well, knight takes d5 is perfectly fine as well, but
Okay,
maybe
rook
it's
c1?
just a bit king
I think
g2.
king
In the
g2,
game,
king h3.
Queen takes d5?
apparently you had to go king g2, so queen takes d5, and then queen e4.
Rook c2?
King g1.
Oh, and you zigzag
Yeah.
or something with f2?
Right, like rook c1, king f2, then there's no more checks,
yeah.
and yeah, it's a little dang.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I mean, obviously, on the one hand, it's great to win, but I'm also, of course, very upset because now there's a closing ceremony. I won't get my recap out, so everybody's probably going to go watch other recaps before they watch mine. But at the end of the day, it's a victory, so that's life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I mean, you have
huge performance. So, I was wondering. So now you're heading to Toronto for the Chess.com Global Championship. How excited are you for this event?
I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to play. I think the hardest thing is that you sort of stay focused because, I mean, obviously winning this event, as I said, I was not really expecting it. I didn't know what to expect. So it'll be tough staying focused. But at any rate, the show goes on, and I'll just try to keep playing good chess and just prove the streamers can actually play chess at a high level.
Amazing.
that's
We love
awesome.
to hear that. We wish you lots of good luck in this event as well. And we hope the chat will also tune in into your recap that will be live later on at some point.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be like some interviews and a closing ceremony, so it'll probably be like an hour and a half. But, at the end of the day, it's good. I mean, it's what, $150,000 or something. So there's that, probably some kind of trophy. So, yeah, I mean, anytime you win a tournament, you can't really be disappointed. And, I think overall, I kept my nerves about me very well, with the exception of maybe this match against Jan at critical moments. But still, at the end of the day, I won, and that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, one final question from me. The chat is really curious. Will you be streaming Title Tuesday?
Yeah, of course I will be. I mean, I'm a streamer. I said it before. I'm a streamer first. I just sometimes
you'll play
moonlight
both
and play
Title
chess
Tuesdays.
tournaments.
You'll play both
Probably
Title
only
Tuesdays?
one, because I think there are media obligations we have to do. But yeah, I mean, I'll play, and I have to focus on my real job now, so that's what it is.
Right. And you said you're traveling tomorrow, right, to Toronto?
Yeah, I mean, Wesley and I are on the same flight, of course, because Wesley is also playing there. So we'll both be on the same flight, probably more opportunities to talk and hang out. So, all in all, it was really fun. I would say that from this event, to see all the players talking to each other was a very sort of jovial mood. Today, maybe it was a little bit more serious because obviously we're at the tail end, but everybody was very friendly with each other and just felt like there was a really good vibe and atmosphere throughout it. So I enjoyed it. I think all the players, and so it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of
Great
fun
to
from the
hear.
outside. And do you think that this is more like how chess used to be back in the day, like in the 80s, 70s, or whatever it was?
Yeah, I mean, it was great because like I could wake up at 1 p.m. and just like, I mean, big shout out to all the people I played online, by the way. Like I think the first I played some games against Dmitry Kolars, this German guy. Yesterday I had this epic match of like 14 or 15 games with Nihal Sarin. And like I couldn't get any games today, unfortunately, which is probably why I didn't win so smoothly. Because people like Eric and Eric wouldn't accept my challenge, but I mean Eric Hansen, of course. But
You could have always
at
DM'd
any
me
rate,
if you wanted to get some games in.
yeah, but at any rate, no, it was just great to be able to wake up and kind of like just do nothing and then go play a game of chess fresh. Like, I mean, if only regular chess was still like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll make sure to ask what was going on there. Why did Eric not accept your request to?
I mean, to be fair, it's probably it was like 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. in the U.S. or Canada, wherever he is. But still, it's just kind of funny because like today was one day when I couldn't get any games to play before the match began. But yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it'd be like that
Yeah.
sometimes. All right. Well, I think we'll wish you like you say the closing ceremony is coming up. Do you have any other plans for this evening? Like, are you going out to dinner or just being a recap?
I mean, like I already used my dinner voucher at the buffet earlier, and I think I ate like one piece of fish. That was my dinner. So I mean, I think I still have some coupons, so maybe I'll go eat a more real dinner now after the closing ceremony. But at any rate, I mean, I'll probably just stay here at the hotel and just relax.
Sounds like a good idea. It must have been a pretty exhausting day after so many games.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and it's just great that it's over. Honestly, because I think everybody by the end was just like losing their mind to some degree.
Right. Did you feel like this
Alright.
event was more tiring than a usual one because you're thinking from the very beginning? Also, the games are kind of long, so 4 rapid games a day seems pretty taxing.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to go all Fabiano here, but it's like I'm getting too old for this something. So it was very tiring for sure. For sure, it was very tiring. But at any rate, it's you just got to keep going, keep playing, and it turned out that Jan made the last blunder.
Mm-hmm. You're not getting 12. I mean, you're used to like 7-8 hour streams, so I'm sure you can.
Yeah,
keep
but
up
I mean,
the
again,
level.
it's very tough because like the thing is like even if I did no prep for like a regular rapid event, like you just show up and you play 15 moves, no thinking, just play 15 moves. Here, like every move is important. Like you want to make sure you don't just hang a piece on move 5. You just like auto develop or something. So it is very, very tiring to play 4 games, but it's what it is.
Yeah, you did a fantastic job adjusting to the Fisher random format, and yeah, it was really awesome following your games.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Yeah, and how will it be for you, like switching back to normal chess now?
I mean, I probably won't look at anything tomorrow, and then I'll just start looking at chess again when I play Title Tuesday, and just go from there. But I'll just try not to think about anything chess related for the next 24 hours.
Okay, awesome.
Very good.
Here we have the bracket. You'll be starting out against Duda. Have you played him a lot in Rapid?
I played Duda. I played him in the Speed Chess Championship like 2 years ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I have played him some. Obviously, I played him in the candidates. Someone that I'm very familiar with. So looking forward to it.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think we're gonna let you go. Like I said, you still have a closing ceremony to attend to. You make a recap, get some dinner, and yeah, we just look forward to seeing you in the Chess.com Global Championship.
Thank you guys, and
Yeah,
thanks
wishing you also good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks everybody for watching and tuning in. It was a blast.
Yeah, for sure. It was a blast
Amazing.
covering this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks so much.
All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna go do a few interviews and go to the closing ceremony. But once again, thank you so much for doing the commentary, and big shout out to all the fans for watching this great event here in Reykjavik. And I'll see everybody on Tuesday.
All right, the pleasure is
See
ours.
you.
Yeah. Have a good evening, Hikaru.
See you guys.
Have a good evening.
All right, see ya. Bye.